Hey, welcome to becoming a sexology coach in 10 weeks and building a lucrative business. I'm really glad to have you here. I'm super excited that you are thinking about this career. I today have been doing this for over 17 years professionally. I have been an activist for sexuality since about 1988 when I personally came out myself as bisexual and realized so many people around me had really, really sex negative values and ideas. And so this has been my mission for almost 4 decades, if you can believe it. Not to age myself, but I'm super, super excited to have you here. Today, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the program. And at the end, there's going to be a special offer for you. So if you stick with it till the end, you'll get that special offer. And it's for today only. So again, I'm super excited to have you here. I think this is such an important business. It's also profoundly rewarding. Being able to help people break down a lot of these messages that they've been taught about sexuality, about gender, about relationships. So many of these messages are so harmful that to be able to do this work is really, really profound. It is life-changing. Um, I love it and I want to share it with you. And I'm going to talk a little bit about my program, um, why I created it, and maybe help you decide if it's the right program for you. So let's dive in. Pleasure psychology, sexology training and certification program. You can become a sex coach, an intimacy coach, sexology coach, whatever you want to call it. We call it sexology coach here. But a lot of people like the word intimacy. We have a lot of stigma around the word sex. So you get to decide what you want to call yourself. You can call yourself a variety of number of different things depending on where you're advertising, who you're talking to, and how you want to work, what your specialization, what your niche is. This program will train you in working with couples, working with clients who want to explore non-monogamy, working with the queer community, helping people understand gender fluidity, exploration. We're also extremely forward and progressive when it comes to working with kink, sex workers, adult industry performers, BDSM. All of it is part of what I consider to be the natural, like, breadth of human sexuality. And you're going to be able to become a coach that helps people break down these values, these old school values, the traditional values that don't really support sexual, relational, and gender fluidity, exploration, and so forth. So in this program, we're going to learn to celebrate sexuality while also helping people break down their own barriers around sexuality. So let's talk about it. So this sexology program, training program, is a three-tiered system that I have created in my years working as a licensed sex therapist in the field. Now, a little bit about me. I'm going to talk about myself in a little bit, but I spent a long time going to school. I went and got my bachelor's degree, which took me 5 years, which most people it takes 4, but you know, I did a little bit of self-exploration myself. And it took me a while it took me a year, let's say, an extra year to kind of like figure out what I wanted to do and where I wanted to go. So it took me 5 years to do my bachelor's degree. Then I took 7 years off. Um, I'm also a musician, and it was very important to me that I take some time out of school and do my creative stuff, my art, my music, and that was very important to me. So I didn't actually go back to graduate school until I was 30. So 7 years later, I went back to graduate school, and that took me another 2.5 years. Because I was a working professional at the time. I was an adult. I was playing in a band. I was working. So most master's programs can take 2 years. It took me 2.5. So now we're looking at already 7.5 years of schooling, plus another 7 years of dicking around. um, then I had to get licensed, and that took me another 2 years of getting my hours. So we're looking at 10 years of schooling plus another 7 of just doing nothing, dicking around, not doing anything towards this career. 17 years plus my graduate program was about 50 grand. My undergrad program was about 20 grand. And my internship didn't pay me very much. So we're looking at a lot of time and money to be able to help people dismantle these messaging around sexuality. So the reason I created this program is you don't need to do that. You can if you want, but guess what? Let's say you decide to do that. Let's say I had decided I'm going to do that, but I'm going to start working as a sex coach now. I could have done that. Had I known that I could have been a sex coach while I was pursuing my music, maybe my life would have been different. So instead of doing that long journey to becoming a sex therapist, what if I had been a sex coach first? What if I had just stayed a sex coach, not spent all that money on graduate school and getting all those degrees? So that's why I created this program. You can certainly choose any path, but this is a quick path to start seeing clients, to help you build your business, to get those sea legs so you know how to grow a business, so you know how to work clients. If you decide to become a therapist or do anything else, you will have this experience under your belt. So let me tell you a little bit about this three-tiered system to becoming a sexology coach. I'm going to say, if you want more fun, creativity, passion, motivation in your life and career, this is an excellent, excellent path to do it, because I have been super creative in my life, and this kind of work informed my creativity, hands down. So a little bit about myself before I tell you the program. I did become a sex therapist. After I became a sex therapist, I've written several books. I've also directed a documentary film series about sex work and Proposition 8, which was the law that was passed in California in 2015 that prevented gay marriage. I have been working as a sex therapist now for 17 years. I founded Los Angeles Sex Therapy in 2009, which is my group practice. We're a collective of sex therapists, educators, and coaches. We center healthier attitudes around sexuality. We center the experiences of Black, Indigenous, people of color, the LGBTQIA community, kink, poly, ethically non-monogamous, and sex workers. I've written several books, as I mentioned, on sex and relationships. I have a YouTube channel called The Sex Talk, and I still appear in the media quite regularly as a nationally recognized sex and relationship expert. You guys, the world is your oyster if you decide to go this path. You can decide and do whatever you want, however you want it. And I'm going to give you as much information as I can that I used to do in my business. So in this course, you will, number one, you will become a sexology expert by first doing the deep dive and working on yourself. So I've got 5 core modules in this program that are focused on you as an individual, you as the expert, you as what happened to you and what did you learn and what do you have to offer to your clients and the world. That's the most important, because you need to be able to understand yourself before you can work with other people. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to talk of business. We have a lot of modules in here where I focus on business, growing your business, developing your niche, writing your book, learning how to attract the paying clients that are fun for you to work with, the kind of clients that work for you, that you resonate with, okay? We're going to spend a lot of time on that. Number 3, we're going to help you become more curious, creative, with more pleasure in your life while having profound relationships with your client. You're going to do that by getting the support from us, because we are a support-driven program. So my co-facilitators are Kelly Jones and Wayne Lassane. Wayne Lassane finished the program. He was one of the first, maybe the first graduate of the program. So he's got first hands-on experience with doing the program. Kelly is a sex therapist. Kelly has been a good friend of mine for over 2 decades. We met in the queer community, essentially. And then she transitioned from working in film and television to becoming a therapist, and eventually reached out to me and came and worked at my practice and trained under me to become a sex therapist. She is a phenomenal sex therapist in her own right. I feel like I had nothing to do with it, because she brings her own special sauce to the table. Both of them do, and they will be your guides in the coaching calls. They will become your go-to people in a lot of ways. They really are the ones that facilitate this sort of like group experience. So I really have a lot to thank with Kelly and Wayne. Together, we want to cultivate a collective, a group for you. So the 3-part system: building your knowledge base. That's all about self-reflection, building your brand and your business, refining your niche, and then how to attract those high-paying clients by getting that support that you need from us. Really, you will be able to use us until your business is where you want it to be. Like, this program is yours for life. So attend the calls for 2 months, attend the calls for 4 years, 10 years, I don't care. We're here until you feel good, and you can always come back. That's how this program is designed. You buy in forever. So the price that you get, that's it. That's all you pay. It's a one-time cost. You never have to pay ever again. All right. The reason I created this program: there are not enough people talking about sex, right? There are not enough therapists or coaches who are proficient in sexuality. There is still, I've been doing this for 17 years, there is still a humongous gap that needs to be filled, folks. Like, fill it, fill it. We need people of color. We need more men. We need more non-binary folks. We need more trans folks. We need more queer people. We need more straight white people to come in and fill those gaps. Is that going to be you? I think it is, because you're here already, and you're already sitting here watching this video with me. So I really believe that you truly, truly want to be here. All right. So what I believe is that pleasure is a form of resistance. I was going to clap, but like, that's going to be too loud for the video. Pleasure is a form of resistance. What does that mean, guys? It means that they've tried to take pleasure from us. They have made us working drones, working slaves, indentured servants. We have to go to school, get a degree, have all of these debts to pay, buy a house, get a mortgage, and then guess what, guys? You have to get a job, a job, to imprison yourself so that you can pay all of those things off. And then what don't we get to do? We don't get to play. We don't get to feel good. We don't get to feel pleasure. We get stressed out. And adults don't play anymore. How do we play? We get drunk. We go to, the casino and gamble. You guys, that's not pleasurable. It might be for a short period of time, but we need to get back to our core pleasure. One thing I realized as a sex therapist is, as adults, sexuality becomes a huge part of our identity, right? It's that thing, that feeling we get in our body, that feeling we get in our loins when someone's flirting with us, or when we see someone sexy or attractive, or when we're flirting with someone. You guys, that's what forms like a giant part of our identity when we're adults, when we feel sexy. And they've taken that from us. Capitalism has taken that from us, right? The patriarchy has created this imbalance between men and women. Men feel like they have to have like this power in order to feel good, and that's taken pleasure away from all of us, men included. So by understanding some of the systemic oppression that we face and that so many marginalized groups still are facing, we begin to understand that pleasure, intimacy, and relationships can heal us by healing that oppression, by taking back what they've taken from us. So that's what I'm talking about when I say pleasure is a form of resistance. It is the first thing that you're going to learn when you jump into this course. Because when you learn that, then you're really going to be able to step into your work as a pleasure sexology coach. All right, you're going to stand out above the crowd with this highly sought after niche. By specializing in sexuality, you will have the opportunity to connect with your clients on a much deeper level. Trust me when I say this, I can't tell you how many people come to me and say, well, I already have a therapist, but we don't talk about sex. I talk about sex with my clients and I have the same degree as those therapists do. I just specialize in something. And that's all you need to do is specialize in the thing that nobody wants to talk about. You get to talk about it and you're going to build profound, profound connections with your clients because you're going to talk about things that they're not talking about with anyone else. Right? Right. So this is your opportunity to stand out above the crowd by becoming a sexology coach. All right. So who is this program really, really good for? Well, entrepreneurial professionals, can't say that word, entrepreneurial professionals who are looking for a new career path without spending years and years on schools, degrees, letters after your names, hello, me, and loads of student debt. Me, I did that. Coaches looking to break out of the traditional ways of coaching and seeking more profound ways of connecting with their clients, transforming their lives, and really, really defining your niche. So you might already be a coach, right? And you really want to connect deeper. This could be a great way for you. Burnt out wellness, mental health professionals looking for an impactful way to make changes in your own lives, transforming the lives of others. Look, so I'm going to talk about this in the program. Are you a therapist? Are you a coach already and you're doing a ton of one-on-one work? That's going to burn you out, right? You can't, there's only so much impact you can have doing one-on-one work. We're going to talk about how you can reach more people and still take care of yourself, how you can connect with broader audience and still take care of yourself. This is also great for therapists who just want to specialize in relationships, intimacy, sexuality, get more support and insight around working with couples and intimacy issues. We're going to start seeing more and more of this in therapy, guys. So if that's something that you're interested in, this course is for you. Writers, bloggers, authors, anyone who wants to carve out a niche for themselves, specializing in intimacy and sexuality, as well as adult industry professionals. Are you looking to expand your reach, develop a different kind of relationship with your clients, get a whole new set of clients, grow your business? This program could be for you. Or maybe you're trying to get out of the adult industry. I don't know, but adult industry professionals, you already are doing this work. So do it in a way that you like, maybe, you know. I don't know if that's for you or not, but you get to decide. This course is not for you if you're not willing to explore your own edges in sexuality. Like, there are a lot of people that want to be sex coach, but they don't want to look at themselves. They just want to help others. And you can do that. You can do that, but you're going to hit a wall. So we do a lot of work on self in this program. You're not willing to look at the role that pleasure plays in your life. You know, pleasure is important. You have to ask yourself this question: what are you doing for fun that feels good? This is something that I still work on. It's hard for me. Be all of those years going to school, paying off debt, focusing on music, like doing all of these things. It is hard for me to just take a day off and go in the park and lay around with my partner and just have fun. It's very hard. My cats have helped me though. You're not willing to explore and expand your ideas around gender, kink, BDSM, ethical and consensual non-monogamy, queer, LGBTQIA, sex work, social justice, white supremacy, capitalism, colorism, patriarchy, toxic masculinity. You got to look at those things, guys, because those things are holding us back. So if you don't want to do any of that, this course might not be for you. I'm just putting that out there. This course isn't for everyone. Again, you're getting that bonus for staying with me through the end. Blank slide. So pleasure psychology, sexology, training and certification program, 3-tiered system. 1, you're going to build your knowledge base and self-reflection. Those are the first 5 modules in the course. Those courses were actually created for clients, and I decided to give them to you guys. So you can actually use those on yourself and then turn around and use those exactly what you learned in my program and use them on your clients. Like you're going to have those tools in the first five modules. Then you're going to learn how to build your business. So now you're going to focus on the business side of things. Like maybe you don't have any business skills. Maybe you don't know how to run a business. Like I'm going to teach you all of that. I've been running this business for 17 years. I have a group practice. I have my own practice. I have a music business also. I'm also an author and a filmmaker. I run several businesses simultaneously. So trust me, I can help you with that part of this hands down. Also networking opportunities. So I have tons of networking opportunities. I've been featured in the media a ton. So I do that and I give opportunities to you guys all the time. Attracting clients by being the best coach. You're going to get so much support in our regular meetings. You have a meeting with me, a strategic meeting. I do live trainings every other month, sometimes more. Sometimes I pop into the coaching calls. Kelly and Wayne are phenomenal. They are going to help you and support you. They are so accessible. They really are the support that you're going to get in this program. This is my favorite thing. You are leaving, not you maybe. You maybe is out. You are leaving money on the table if you're a coach or a therapist or author or whatever, and you're not talking about sex. Like, you need to be talking about sex. I'm going to teach you how to do it. So again, pleasure psychology, sexology training and certification program. Number 1, you're going to unpack your own biases around sex, gender, relationships, and more. You're going to talk about sex ad nauseum. You're going to get so comfortable and develop a language to communicate and talk about sex. You're going to develop the tools to help others do the same. All right. Sex is not just at the core of who we are as adults, it's at the core of our most connected relationships. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. I also believe that we can have these beautiful relationships without sex, but let's take it to the next level. If you want it, we're going to give it to you. If you want sex, we're the place to come so that you can talk about it. Many people, most people, do not have a space to talk about sex. Many people don't have a safe space to talk about sex. And so they're going to come to you. All you need to do is turn on your taxi light and let them know you are ready for them to talk about sex. All right. So the way I see it as today, you have 2 choices. You can stay where you're at. I'm sure that you're doing great where you're at. If you weren't, you wouldn't have spent this time doing this. You're good. You're really good. But you can also choose to do something with your relationship to sex and pleasure for profound shifts in your business and life. The choice is yours, right? You have those 2 choices. Stay where you're at or make a leap. Take a chance on me. Right now, I am also offering anyone who signs up 1 year of a marketing bonus. So I will market you on my websites, on YouTube, wherever you want. So let's figure that out. Let me get you out there and let me help to get you out there. You also, right now, get a free strategy session with me. So I'm going to help you tailor this program to you 100%. Make this program like exactly who you are. So like I'm talking about like if you're a yoga teacher already and you want to add this component to your business, how are you going to do that? We're going to brainstorm and I'm going to help you figure that out. Let's say you're a therapist or a spirituality coach. Let's say you work with ADHD or trauma. How do we tailor this business to you? Let's say you're just a general coach. Maybe you're a fitness coach. How do we tailor this business to you? That's what your strategy call with me is about. You can also book more strategy calls with me if that's something that you want. And you're going to see me all the time. So you can ask me questions all the time in the trainings and the coaching calls. Sexuality is a rapidly growing business. There are so many more sex therapists now today and sex coaches and sex educators than there was when I started out. So you need to get into this field. I'm just telling you, get into this field, get your name out there, become a pioneer in this rapidly growing field. So the question for today is, are you going to stay where you are? Or are you going to come out ahead of the crowd? You decide. You decide. I'm giving you the tools. I'm leading you to the water. You decide if you're going to drink or not. All right. I just want to remind you how much this course cost me to make. My undergrad, 25,000, my master's degree, 49,000, getting my 3,000 hours took me 2 years, plus $900, $200, $1,400 to renew my license every 2 years for the last 17 years. I just renewed again, so we can add another $250 to that. Continuing education every year for the last 16 years. And the years in practice, total years, 25 years, $107,000 is an understatement of how much it cost me to make this course. So normally I sell this course for $4,500. It has been marked down to $2,900 for the last year. And today, if you use Sex Coach at checkout, you're going to get it for $1,797. And that's for today only. Use the code Sex Coach at checkout. You're going to get so much lifetime access to this course, to me, to the coaching calls, to all of it for $1,797. It does not get better than this, you guys. You can look at other sexology programs out there. I kid you not. It's not going to be better than this. As in terms of price, I can't tell you. Some of those programs are probably really great. They probably have some really great teachers. And you're probably going to want more than one program. You're probably going to want to do a bunch of different, get trained a bunch of different ways. But this is my program. This is the one I created. This is mine. I love it. It's small, and it's going to get you ready and working fast. Wayne finished this program in 10 weeks. Jamie, another gal who you will meet, who helps me out a lot, she finished this program in 3 months. A lot of people have finished this program in 2 to 6 months. Other people have taken 2 years to finish the program. Nick just finished the program. It took him 2 years. He's a licensed therapist and has a full-time practice. So there are all kinds of different people taking this program, all kinds of different people in the coaching call. You're going to get this program for $1,797. You don't have to go to the coaching call if you don't want. You can just do the strategy session with me and just do trainings and stay off camera for as long as you want. Like, there's no pressure to get involved with the networking, right? You can just do the coursework and do the live trainings. Tiers 1 and 2 are yours for $1,797. All you got to do is use the code SEXCOACH when you go to checkout, and I'm going to provide the link for you at the bottom. Again, 3-part system, three parts to this program. You're going to build your knowledge base, you're going to build your brand and business, and you're going to start attracting clients by getting support from us. All right. So that's it for today. Thank you for sticking with me and, watching this video through to the end. Email me if you have any questions. I'm here for you. I'm really looking forward to having you in the class and seeing you in the program and having you as a sex coach out in the world. helping people and being sex positive. We need to stick together and do this. So I'm super looking forward to having you in the course. All right. Take care. Bye.